Hello, friends of NAMI Westchester. It's your friendly neighborhood Kevin Hines, and I am taking over NAMI Westchester's IG for today. I know it's late in the day, had some issues logging on, but here we are, and I wanted to share a few things with you. First of all, not the least of which is the fact that my name is Kevin Hines. I live with bipolar depression. In the year 2000, I attempted to take my life by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. I survived that fall to go on and become a leading mental health and brain health advocate, suicide prevention activist, and a person who fought for the nets to be raised at the Golden Gate Bridge vehemently. The nets are going to be constructed by December of this year. Not one more beautiful soul will ever again die off the Golden Gate Bridge. But I want to get real with you for a minute because today has been really rough mentally for me. I live with bipolar depression. The upside is mania. The downside is depression. And I've been going through quite a depression for the last few weeks. My wife and I know, my closest friends and family know, and I'm dealing with it, and I have a support network, and I'm being honest about my pain. I'm not silencing my pain. I'm unburdening myself. I'm telling my truth. I'm getting the help I need one day at a time, and you should too. I'll see you next video. So once again, it's Kevin Hines. In the last video, I expressed to you, NAMI Westchester, taking over the IG today. I expressed to you that I've been going through depression, a pretty long depression lasting a few weeks, struggling with it very deeply, but no need to worry, no pity needed. I'm getting through it, I'm fighting it, and I'm staying stable to the best of my ability. I'm following my treatment program. But one of the things I did, which is one of the things I always do when I get into a deep and dark depression, you hear my colleagues in the back in a meeting. But one of the things I do when I get into a deep depression is I always find time to call my best friend, Louie. And I called Louie today, and the first thing he told me to do was create a list of all the things that I was so proud of. And he said, first thing he said, you should write this down. I wrote it all down on this pad of paper. I wrote it all down. And the first thing he said was write down an asterisk and say, I am more handsome than Louie thinks I am. So we put that down. That's hilarious. And I said, with another asterisk, we made the net happen. And the net is becoming real on the Golden Gate Bridge. And as of December of this year, not one more beautiful soul will ever again die off the Golden Gate Bridge. The most frequented spot for suicide in the world will cease to be a suicide spot entirely. I'm so grateful for my lovely wife, Margaret, who loves me unconditionally. I think that should really be at the top because she's my greatest gift. 3 books that impacted lives all around the world that I've written. Incredible. See you next video. Okay, friends, I'm back here taking over the NAMI Westchester IG Live. The name is Kevin Hines, survived to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge, mental health advocate for the last 23 years. And I've written down today, because I'm in a bit of a depression and a funk, I've written down at the instruction of my friend Louie, my best friend Louie, all the things I'm proud of, and I'm going to get to more of them here. No less than being a part of producing or being a part of 10 documentary films for suicide prevention, mental and brain health, and various other topics. So I'm really proud of that. Got into the film game after I saw the movie, The Bridge, that my father and I were a 10-minute part of for suicide prevention. The film The Bridge chronicled the story of deaths at the Golden Gate Bridge over an entire year span in 2006. It came out in the New York and Tribeca Film Festival and the San Francisco Film Festival. There was a lot of controversy around it, but if that film had not Tribeca Film Festival and the San Francisco Film Festival, there was a lot of controversy around it, but if that film had not been made, my father would not have founded the Bridge Rail Foundation with Paul Muller and Dave Hall. I was a co-founding board member, and we would not have been able to fight for 23 years to raise the net at the Golden Gate Bridge, and the net is being completed. You already know that. Okay, my friends, we're going to go on to the next video. Stay tuned. NAMI Westchester, good to see you again. I'm just going through this list right here that I've got of all the things I'm proud of, given the fact that I'm going through a pretty dark depression right now. You see the smile on my face, you see the happy-go-lucky view that you're seeing right now, but I don't always put out the stuff about only hope and happiness on social media. I try not to just do a highlight reel. I try to be honest about the pain I'm going through, and I've been struggling today. And my buddy Louie had me make this list, so let's keep going into it. Very proud that a video I did with Mark Donor, YouTube sensation Mark Donor, a video I did with him 5 years ago. He recut and put on TikTok, and he got 30 million views, I think 4 million likes and things like that. But the most important part of that video is that maybe even hundreds of people wrote in that video saved their life. It's incredible when you can create a piece of media that does good. There's so much negative, spiteful, hateful, rageful, hurtful media in the world that gets into our kids' minds and students all over the world's minds. We need to give them media that changes their life for the better, and that's what we're trying to do here with things like this viral video from Mark Donor and me. I've spoken to hundreds of thousands of military officers and leadership, and from those presentations, those officers and those leadership in the military serving this country know they're not alone. See you next video. NAMI Westchester, good to see you again. Your friendly neighborhood Kevin Hines, back to talk about some of the things I'm going through, some of the things I'm dealing with, that I'm getting through because I'm doing the work, I'm putting the effort and the time and the energy to balance my brain health every single day, even on the road traveling and speaking, which is what I am right now. I'm trying to do all the things to stay stable. Going through a really dark depression over the last, I would say, 4 or 5 weeks. It's been really rough. Going through a med change, struggling with that. But my buddy Louie, as you know from the previous videos, had me put together today a list of all the things I'm proud of and grateful for. And these are just some of them. One of the things he mentioned was that, Kevin, you've spoken to hundreds of thousands of high school students and you made a positive impact on their lives. And I can say this, Yesterday, I was at Bedford High School, and an individual came up afterwards after the presentation and said my story saved her life. So if came up afterwards after the presentation and said my story saved her life. So if that's one thing I take, is that around the world as I go with my lovely wife Margaret, I share my story. And NAMI, I have to say, NAMI, I want to say thank you to you, because I did the family to family class with my father years ago, and it bettered our relationship. It made us come together in a time when I was really struggling, kind of like I am now, but even worse back then. And so I just love the fact that I can get around the world and share my story with high school students everywhere, in every continent, in every language. It's a great thing. I'll see you next video. One of the things my buddy Louie, who had me write these words of encouragement to myself as I was going through this deep depression, when I called Louie this morning, I was crying my eyes out, and he was there on FaceTime with his little boy Lucian, who's only 2 years old, and I got to see Lucian for his second birthday. It was incredible, beautiful child, and I'm his uncle basically. And Louis said to me, as I was struggling to come up with more things that I was proud of in my life and hopeful for and happy for and thankful for, Louis said to me, "You've helped people of all walks of life around the world be here tomorrow." And look, I don't take credit for saving any lives. I never say that. I never saved a life in my life. But I am a conduit, just like NAMI is a conduit. We're messengers. We give a word. People go home. They do the work. They're saving and changing their own life, but they're giving us credit. And I feel so honored and so appreciative for that credit. But I want people to recognize you're the one that went home, that went and told your parents what you were going through, your guardians, your loved ones, your counselors at school, your classmates, your peers. You're the one that went to your doctor and asked for the help you desperately needed. So you're the one that saved and changed your own life. Don't forget that. You did the work. I said this one. I said, I'm really proud to be a funkle of Lucian, as in a fun uncle, if you know what I mean. Next video. Hey, friends of NAMI Westchester. I'm rolling these videos out. I'm hoping you're enjoying them. Just a few more to go. Stay tuned, though, because there's a lot of good material here. My buddy Louie, as I'm going to recap here, he gave me a list of things to put down of all the things I'm proud of and grateful for, and a couple of them I really want to share with you. Being alive after my suicide attempt in the year 2000, to get to know my birth family, and to meet my birth family, get to know them, and get very close with them. Finding out I had a brother and a sister, a half brother, half sister I didn't know I had, and growing to be extremely close with them. Now my brother just had a baby boy. I'm officially a blood uncle. All my other nieces and nephews are by marriage, and here we go. I'm a blood uncle to my nephew Nishan. He's a beautiful baby boy. Looks just like his He's a beautiful baby boy. Looks just like his dad. He's so handsome, it's incredible. And getting to know my birth family, my birth brother, my birth sister, and my birth cousins has been nothing short of phenomenal. They're beautiful, God-fearing people who care deeply about me and wish they knew about me, not knowing where I was in the world when I was being adopted and taken in. So fascinating story. Love to have that. Guys, stay tuned. More videos to come. Hey, NAMI Westchester, it's your friendly neighborhood Kevin Hines. I'm rolling out these videos for you for the NAMI Westchester IG takeover, and I want to share another moment that I'm really proud of and happy for. And this is for some people going to be controversial because I was able to sit down with and do a video called the Be Here Tomorrow video with the YouTube's absolute huge sensation, Logan Paul. And Logan Paul in the year 2018 was under some pretty hot water for some things he did regarding suicide non-awareness. And he learned his lesson. And Logan Paul ended up sitting down with me for hours before we ever went on camera. And we shot a video called the Be Here Tomorrow video. And I'm so proud of that video and proud of Logan because over 500 people wrote into the comments of the 33 million times that video was seen by 33 million different people. They wrote in their, and I'm so proud of that video and proud of Logan because over 500 people wrote into the comments of the 33 million times that video was seen by 33 million different people. They wrote in their comments and they said this video saved their life. Over 500 people said this video saved their life. And some people wrote in over time and said this video saves my life every time I watch it. And personally on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kevin Hines, which has over 800 videos all designed to better your brain health, your mind, your spirituality, your physical health and well-being, your suicide preventable ability. Hundreds of thousands of people have said these videos saved their lives. So let's keep making them. See ya. Hey, NAMI Westchester, it's good to be back with you. Thank you so much for having me take over this IG. I really appreciate it. Really excited to be here with all of you. I've got some more content for you, but want to just talk a little bit about NAMI and how NAMI has led the way in becoming an ally to people with mental illness and the people that love them, the families and the friends and the people that struggle mentally. They go to NAMI to get the education they need to better serve their community and better serve the people they love who struggle with diagnosed mental illness. So that's been incredible. But I want to share with you another thing I'm really happy for. I've been sharing these messages of what I'm proud of and thankful for in this life, given the fact that I was so depressed. I was trying to hone on to things that make me feel positive in my core and happy and hopeful. And one of them is this, getting to see my dad beat cancer. Stay and happy and hopeful. And one of them is this, getting to see my dad beat cancer. Stage 4 B-cell lymphoma in his bones, his blood, and his kidneys, and he beat it. And I feel like he beat it in part because he held on to something so crucial that we all need to have, whether we see it or not. He held on to hope. And we can all hold on to hope. It may not be physically tangible. It may not be an action plan, but if you have hope, you can survive so many things. Thanks, Dad. Love you. And stay tuned for the next video. Hey, friends of NAMI Westchester. It's your friendly neighborhood Kevin Hines. I'm back with another IG moment for mental health here on the IG Takeover on, I think it's World Bipolar Day today, as well as Halloween. So this is great. As I live with bipolar depression and I struggle with it every day. I'm going through a deep depression right now. I've been dealing with it for about 5 weeks. I can't shake it, but I'm okay. I'm fighting through it. My family loves me. They're here for me. My wife is here for me. I'm staying stable to the best of my ability. That being said, another thing I'm really grateful for was being able to reconcile with my mom, Debbie. We had a kind of an elongated falling out after I left off the Golden Gate Bridge, and the relationship was rocky for a long time. But I remember calling her. And saying, Mom, and just putting my ego aside and saying, Mom, for however I've hurt you, for whatever I've done that has affected your life in a negative way, I'm sorry. But I need us to have a relationship because I love you, I need you in my life, and I want you around, and I want us to be a part of each other's lives. And it was one of the most transformative and wonderful things because we grew together in that moment, and it was crucial and it was beautiful. Stay tuned for the next video. Okay, NAMI Westchester, it's Kevin again, here taking over your IG channel. And this one's a really good one, I think. I think you're gonna love this one. As I'm getting through the day and trying to find more hopeful things in my life that I'm grateful for and appreciative of, and people and things I'm appreciative of, I come to this: becoming a godfather to two beautiful godchildren, Zoe and Judah. Zoe and Judah, I love you so much. On my wife's side of the family, her brother's two children with Annie and George. George is the husband, is my wife's brother. Annie is his wife, and they had two beautiful children, Zoe and Judah, who are just growing up like weeds. They're sprouting from the ground. They're beautiful kids. I think they're 7 and 12 now, and they're two of my favorites. And I'm so grateful that I got to be their godfather because it's a gift. And I'm so grateful that I got to be their godfather because it's a gift and it's a responsibility that I take very, very seriously. And when Christmas comes around, they get all the gifts. You know, it's awesome. But that's not what it's all about. They're beautiful children. They love life. They love their parents. And they love their family, and they're being given the world by our family and their father and their mom, and they're just they're too special to even talk about. I'm floating on air right now. This is such a good practice to do. Thanks, Louis, for this idea of writing down all these great things. Okay, NAMI Westchester, I've got a few more things to share with you that I'm really grateful for this October 30th, World Bipolar Day, as I live with bipolar depression, as I'm going through a depression right now. But I'm getting through it with the help of my best friend, Louis, who gave me this homework assignment to write down all the things I'm so thankful and grateful for. 2 things right here. Being married to the love of my life, my wife, Margaret Hines. She is my greatest gift. She's the most important person in my life next to God. My dad was the best man at our wedding, and there was no other choice. All my friends were upset. My dad was my best man at my wedding. There was no other choice. Let me tell you a quick story before I go on to the next video. A year after I attempted to take my life off the Golden Gate Bridge, my dad brought me back to the Golden Gate Bridge to drop a flower over the rail. If you know the story of when I left off the Golden Gate Bridge, a sea lion came to my head, kept me afloat. This is Herbert. Herbert kept me afloat. This is Herbert. Herbert kept me afloat until the Coast Guard boat arrived behind me. A year later, to the date of my attempt, at the time of my attempt, we went back to the bridge. We said a prayer. We dropped a flower over the rail. It wafted down. It hit the water 2 feet to the right, popped up a sea lion. After that, flower made a ripple effect, hence the name of our film, Suicide, the Ripple Effect. Absolutely incredible moment that I share with my father that we will never, ever forget. So when you think life gets hard and life gets tough, I'm begging you to keep going. I'm begging you to never take your life. I'm begging you to be here tomorrow. Okay, NAMI Westchester, we're rounding out this IG takeover of NAMI Westchester. Thank you so much for having me here on World Bipolar Day. I really appreciate it. I wrote this down after Jake gave me the idea, Louis gave me the idea of writing with what I'm thankful for. In fact, I was in the middle of a moment of suicidal ideation. I've had them over the last few days, but I'm getting through them. I know how to take care of this. Don't worry about me. I've got this. Suicide is never the solution to my problem. It is the problem. Suicide doesn't take the pain away. It only makes it impossible for things to ever get better. Okay, I wrote down, what am I? I wrote down, I'm in pain, but I'm a great person. I'm worth it all. I do matter. I am useful. I have purpose. I deserve this life, and to my natural end, I will never, ever take my life. My natural end, I will never, ever take my life. My thoughts do not have to become my actions. They can simply be my thoughts. I need help now. And I've already approached my wife, and we're working through it. Thanks, NAMI Westchester. Keep watching. I've just got a few more things I want to share with you. Stay tuned. NAMI Westchester, thanks for having me for this whole day, or for the end of the day, really. I'm grateful today for a few things that I want to share with you. These are my last few things that I'm so grateful for today, right here, right now. I'm grateful for my physical health. Without health, we have nothing. I'm immeasurably grateful for my dear wife, Margaret, who has guided me through so much pain so I can always find my purpose. If I can get to the next page here. Hold on one second. Here we go. Here we go. I'm eternally grateful for my spirituality and my faith in God. As I recognize it's not for everyone, I can say without them I would not and could not be the man I am today. I'm grateful for my birth parents for birthing me into this world, even though they had a hell of a time doing so, living in abject poverty. I'm forever grateful for my mom and dad, Pat and Debbie Hines, who adopted me. I'm forever grateful for my mom and dad, Pat and Debbie Hines, who adopted me, made me their son, and without a shadow of a doubt, saved my life. Friends, this is me doing the NAMI Westchester IG takeover. I hope you've learned some things about me. I hope you have found a way to create your own gratitude and thankful list. What makes you most proud from yourself that you have done for others? How have you given back and changed lives? Think about those things. Move forward. Have a great day and be here tomorrow. NAMI Westchester, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciated getting to take over your IG today. I hope you all had a beautiful day, and I hope you all find the will to be here tomorrow and every day after that. I know I will, every day until my natural end. Take care, be well, and be here tomorrow.